You're watching ABC 36 on your side. Good Day, Kentucky.
Hey, welcome back in, friends. Dr. Heather Norman-Burgdolf is here from UK Extension's office to chat about how to build a better smoothie.
I like the sound of this.
And this is National Nutrition Month,
It
too.
is,
So this
it
is
is.
pretty cool. Heather, it's good to see you.
Yeah, I'm glad I could be here and talk about something fun to celebrate the month.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
And we're running out of months, so this
I know we
works out
are.
well.
Good timing.
It really is. So why did you want to talk about smoothies and all of that
Everyone
today?
loves them,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
they're great across the lifespan, whether you're trying to pack in some nutrition for a young child or
Yes.
even an older adult who maybe has challenges swallowing or chewing. It's a great way for them to
Yes.
meet their energy needs. But they also can be very balanced and nutritious because they can include many food groups. We usually think of
Yes.
fruits and vegetables, but also dairy, grains, and proteins.
This
So,
is awesome.
Yeah.
It is.
And you know, I'm typically on board until you add more than 2 or 3 steps, and then I start to fall away, like a lot of people do.
And the cleanup, right?
And the cleanup,
Right.
right? So, do you have to have a blender? You know, what are the
Yes.
what are the essential items here that we've
Perfect.
got to have?
That's a great place to start with the blender. So often if you look up a recipe, it's going to say blender. And I don't want people to discredit this segment if they don't have a blender because there are other options or if they're out of your price point because you could look for refurbished, secondhand, borrow
Okay.
as
Oh, yeah.
well. And if you're not using frozen or really hard ingredients, you could literally just use a zip top bag, put all the ingredients in, and mash it up. So it might be a fun activity for a kid if you're thinking about yogurt or applesauce or things like that.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of options. And then you can also use a food processor. Some people may have that on hand instead of a blender.
Yes.
So there are options out there.
That's a good
And
choice,
so
too.
where do we start in building the smoothie? Okay,
Yes.
let's say we have the
Yes.
blender, we're ready to go.
Yes.
What do we put in?
Like I said, there's probably tens of thousands of recipes online for smoothies, but you really don't need one if you know some basic steps. And so really it's understanding you need a base, some bulk, and maybe a boost. So the base is going to be your liquid. It's what you're going to start with. So it could be water, it could be milk, fruit juice, it could be yogurt even. Then you're going to add the bulk. So this is where you're going to hopefully add at least one fruit and vegetable because this
Okay.
is a great way for us to help meet those recommendations because we're not great at it, meeting 5 a day. But this is just another way we can add them in. So that could be a banana and spinach, right? And then
Yeah.
the boost, think of it as boosting the flavor or the nutrition. So maybe you're adding some peanut butter or some honey or cinnamon or cocoa powder. So that extra little thing to kind of take it over the top.
The triple
Yeah.
B thing helps me, too.
Yes.
Yes.
So base,
Yeah.
That's
bulk,
right.
and boost.
We can handle that.
Yes, for sure.
This is great. So, okay, suddenly assembly doesn't seem as intimidating.
No, it's not at all. And most likely you can clean right after you prepare it. And so then it's less thing you have to worry about later.
Right.
And after you prepare it, they're good for up to probably about 24 hours if you keep it in the fridge in
See,
an
I love
airtight
that, too.
container as
Oh,
well.
Because you
Yeah.
can go back and hit your next
That's right.
your next meal, your next snack option with
That's
that,
right.
too.
Now, is this similar to juicing? What's the difference there?
We get lots of questions. So
Yeah.
juicing and smoothies really aren't the same thing. So juicing is primarily a fruit or a vegetable where you're just taking all the liquid or juice out of the item.
Okay.
But with a smoothie, you're able to have so many other ingredients. We're not just using the juice or the liquid part, we're getting all the bulk, the fiber. So there's more nutrient bang for your buck, essentially, whenever you look at a smoothie.
Okay. I
It's
love
also
this.
less likely to spike your blood sugar as quickly as well because you still have the
Okay.
fiber that's retained within that smoothie as
Yeah.
well.
Fantastic. Somehow, some way, the UK Extension Services is a master at multiple,
They really are.
multiple
We
topics.
We're pretty amazing. We're
Heather,
pretty
what's
amazing.
a good online resource for maybe learning more about
Yes,
smoothies and how to,
absolutely.
maybe some recipes even?
So every county across Kentucky has the extension office. There's 120 counties, 120 offices. We are there to support people when it comes to anything health, nutrition, life.
Yeah.
And so if you simply search extension.ca.uky.edu, I know it's a mouthful, but you'll find your county directory, 2 buttons, and then you can immediately contact your county office.
Wow.
If you want a recipe, simply search Plan, Eat, Move or Plated Up Kentucky Proud. Either of those are going to have over hundreds of recipes, and there's some smoothie ones also tucked in there. I know there's
Wow.
carrot cake smoothie, there's a melon berry smoothie in there as well, so lots of
Smoothies
great
have come a
options.
long way.
Yes.
You
They
know that-
have.
You know,
I have.
I constantly sneak food into these smoothies too for the kids. You can
Oh,
sneak in healthy
it's a great
ingredients
way.
and whatnot.
And it's fun
great.
for them to help prepare them as well.
It is.
So it's a win-win.
And this is all free, too.
Absolutely.
Just because they love Kentucky.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that
It's
for
free.
a deal?
Love
Yes.
it.
Heather, come back and see us.
I will.
We love these chats.
Thank you.
Back with more in just a second, folks. Stick around.